Hello, we're answering questions on health and medical problems. I'm joined by Dr. Rosemary Leonard. Hello.
Hello.
Got a question here, I don't know if it's a young person or an old person, but about binge eating. And they've written in to say, I feel depressed all the time and have no confidence. I look in the mirror and know I need to lose weight, but I just can't seem to stop myself from binging. What can I do? This is often a sort of late teenage, early 20s problem, isn't it?
Yes, but actually sometimes it can be in someone who's done this for many, many years, and it's gradually become worse and worse and worse. What started off as half a packet of biscuits then becomes a whole packet of biscuits and more. You have to look at the whole scenario. Bulimia can be, and that is what this is, it can be treated quite successfully with a combination of a talking therapy, usually psychotherapy, sometimes some counselling as well, together often with medication which can help this. This is a classic where the person who is binging has got very low self-esteem. They're looking at themselves in the mirror and thinking, I don't look very good. And in fact, one of the things you have to do in order to stop the binging is help to improve the self-esteem issue as well.
Because the eating makes you feel better. So you're caught in that vicious circle, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know
if it's he or she, because it can affect both men and women, can't it?
Yes, it can, and though it's often talked about as she, men do suffer from this as well. There's no mention here of vomiting or abuse of laxatives, but that often goes with it as well, and you can get in this awful cycle of binging and then making yourself sick or purging yourself. But it's not a very good way of that. Making yourself sick isn't a very good way of controlling your weight, which is what they're trying to do.
Yes, it's very bad for your organs as well, can't it? Making yourself sick. You can do a lot of damage inside.
Yes, a lot of damage, and you can erode your teeth with stomach acid.
And you mentioned it being bulimia without knowing whether it was more than binge eating. Is it then? I thought that bulimia had to be, you know, binge eating followed by making yourself sick.
No, not really. I mean, if you are binging, that is bulimia. If your eating is out of control, that is what this is, and you need to have some form of mental health advice to get over it. So she needs to go along. He or she needs to go along to their GP and get a referral, either to an eating disorders unit or to a community mental health team where there is help available, and it can be very, very successful. Unlike anorexia, which is quite difficult to treat, this type of problem actually can usually be treated very successfully.
Well, that's really good to hear. Rosemary, thank you very much. And if you have a similar problem, we hope we might have given you some help. But remember, it's always best to go and see your own doctor for medical advice. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more health questions and answers.